Today, let's talk about reverse dieting. What does it mean? How do you go about it? And most importantly, is it effective? And is there any scientific evidence supporting it? Hi, I'm Avanti Deshpande, a clinical and sports nutritionist, author, speaker, entrepreneur, and a fit mom. Welcome to my podcast, Eat Smart with Avanti. This is a new series, Eat Smart Shorts, where I will be decoding the latest health and nutrition news and trends. So I read about reverse dieting in an article in the Times of India and Indian Express both almost simultaneously. And to be honest, I have never come across this concept earlier. This is the exact reason why I was so curious to know about it and decode it for you, dear listeners, to know if it is backed by science or is it just a fad. So let's get started. As I was reading the literature, looks like it's not a real novel concept, but is followed by the bodybuilding community and recently popularized by Dr. Layne Norton, who is a PhD in nutrition science. Bodybuilders usually follow very low calorie diet just before the show to get very low levels of fat, and the body adapts to this and lowers the metabolism. But after the goal is achieved, if they suddenly start increasing calories, they will start accumulating the fat as a long-term restrictive diet has been associated with changes in hormones like leptin, ghrelin and insulin, which may result in changes in the metabolic rate, and ultimately there will be weight fluctuations and difficulty losing weight or even maintaining it. So, a smart bodybuilder will increase the calories slowly and steadily over a period of time. Train well and make sure that he is adding the muscle mass and not the fat mass. But what if you're not a bodybuilder? Can you still follow reverse dieting? Frankly speaking, I have been using reverse dieting in my practice but not coining it as reverse dieting. Reverse dieting is used in 3 different scenarios in my practice. Scenario 1. Reverse dieting is a great way to overcome the weight loss plateau. Usually, when a client of mine is on a calorie-restricted diet, along with workouts, we see a great fat loss initially as there is a sudden change in diet and the person has started getting more active. But there comes a time when the weight loss process slows down as the metabolism is getting affected. At such times, I would include reverse dieting, but I do it a little bit differently. Instead of decreasing the overall calories, we change the food groups. So I start keeping the protein on the higher side, moderate on the good fats and low on the carbs. By doing this, I am still incrementally increasing the calories, but the protein has a thermogenic effect on the body, and so there is an added advantage of fat burning and muscle gain. Now the second scenario, maintenance of the lost weight. A mistake which people commonly make is being on a yo-yo diet, meaning there is a calorie restriction done in order to lose weight. But once the goal is achieved, suddenly they stop restricting the calories and go back to eating the earlier way. Now, when you're doing this, the extra calories get converted into fat, unfortunately. But just in case you wish to maintain weight, you can go ahead and start incrementally increasing the calories. This is exactly how we go about in our clinic, where after the goal is achieved, we ask the client to visit us every month to track the progress. And we do this for the next 6 months after the weight loss goal is achieved. This is the third scenario in the clinic that we use reverse dieting. When you want to get a ripped body. Often bodybuilders and gym enthusiasts who visit the clinic want a low body fat percentage and a ripped body. Too much of calorie restriction creates a negative impact on the performance. So we follow reverse dieting for a short period of time. But this is done under supervision. Say about a week or 10 days. By assuring the body that it is going to be well fed, we see a difference in the muscle that is built up, and that also helps in cutting the fat. So, how does a layman go about reverse dieting? Follow these steps to make it very simple. Step number 1. Be sure you know the calorie intake that you're consuming for the day and incrementally add 150 kilocalories for about say 1 week or 10 days. Step number 2. With this, follow a workout which you've been already doing, or then if you feel that you've got better strength, let there be an incremental rise in the workouts that you're doing. Step number 3, compare the body composition to track the progress. And final step number 4, if you see positive results, you could incrementally rise the calories, say to about 150 calories or so, and keep tracking the progress similarly. So what is my verdict on reverse dieting? Is it just a fad, or is there some science-based evidence to support it? I did not find any research articles that speak explicitly about the term reverse dieting. But nonetheless, there are articles that talk about metabolic adaptation to lose weight, and it might be having an overlapping ideology. But there are a few videos that I came across where people have experimented with reverse dieting and they have their own version and how they did it. So, if your weight has plateaued, or then you're looking for getting that ripped body, or then if you want to maintain the weight that you have lost already, I'm sure you can try out reverse dieting, but make sure that you're doing it under an expert supervision. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. I will see you soon with yet another Eat Smart Shorts, where I will be decoding yet another nutrition or a hair trend and the latest news that is floating in the market. Have you subscribed to the podcast yet? If not, now is the time to do it. I will see you soon next week. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy.